Hey, this is Jason. This is day 2 in Tokyo, and I'm very tired. It was a very, very long day. Woke up at 7:30 after having trouble figuring out how to do the hot water, which I kind of already knew how to do it, but then things didn't work out the way that I thought they would, and yeah, I had to do some fiddling. So I woke up and Korean girl named Sonia. She took me to the train station, which is Shibuya is the city area that I'm in right now. And then from Shibuya I went to Shinjuku, where I transferred, which I took Green Line. There's like lime green line going up, and then I jumped on the Cho line, which is an orange line, and I got on the Rapid, which it jumps a few stops, so that makes it a little bit faster. And then I got to a buddy's house and met him and his family, and that was good. Which that area is my target area, and it's Kokubunji, which the name I keep forgetting, but it's basically like the nation divided. The time when the nation was divided is basically what it means. Because it's Koku, which is country, Bun, which is minute or divide, and then Ji, which is time. So then there we had a little bit of a Bible study with Buddy, and that was really good. It really showed me just kind of where he was in the missions and his missions mindset, and I learned a few things, which is good. And so yeah, the only things I really just disagreed with so far is just the use so much of sinners' prayers, which can be effective, a guided, proclamation of Christ, but is good. But people who don't know Christ really can't pray to know Him. So it's still a weird concept, but it gets across, even though you call it prayer. It's still, but at the same time, Christ, when they asked Christ, how do we pray, He showed them how to pray. So it's interesting, but so I'm still thinking about that one. Then we went out, and when I got off at Kokubunji station, I was met by Tyler, and Tyler took me to Buddy's house, and me, Tyler, and Buddy, we went out and sat down, had some tempura stuff, like tempura. I had the tempura shrimp on rice. It was very, very, very good. And then I had fried mochi, which is really good as well. Hot, though. I should have waited a little bit, but I was impatient, so ended up burning my tongue. So didn't really get the full flavor from that. Then from there, he gave me a lot of tools and things like that, so I really didn't bring a bag. I didn't bring my backpack because it was pretty torn up. I was maybe gonna get a different one, so possibly I'm gonna go to the 100 Yen store tomorrow and try and see if I can pick something up. So yeah, then I met for 5-minute English class, which what that is just going out in the streets and asking people if they want to learn English for about 5 minutes, and I did that, just on the streets, just called out to people, and a few people came over. First guy that came up was directed to me. We actually had talked about for 40 minutes, just about, and he was really just stuck on work salvation. Just couldn't move him from this point. I got him to think a little bit on some areas, but he just needed to sort out a lot of things. He was like, well, I believe in, I think I'm going to go to heaven. Oh, but I'm Buddhist, so I don't think there's heaven. And Buddhist ways and Christian ways are both good, and so can't pick one. Just running in circles. It was a little bit frustrating, but then after him, I met a woman actually who was already a Christian, and I was like really surprised. But she was actually a Christian who's going to be, she wants to teach English students Japanese. So which that'll be cool for her. And so I gave her buddy's contact information just so that if you know, they know that we're reaching out to the community there. And then, so that was long, and then I talked to one other man, which these names escape me, possibly just because I'm so tired and just so many names of stuff is just flown by me today. But I'm trying to learn the process it all. And then the last guy, he kind of was on a time crunch. I was able to practice English with him a little bit, and that kind of ran long before I could get him to ask the main question, which is, what is your favorite book? And then that's the bridge gap to, you know, my favorite book is the Bible, and talking about that. And so I started going through something with a tract with him, and I started going through that, and he just ran out of time, so I went ahead and gave him the Gospel of John, and Buddy invited him to this friendship party, and he didn't seem very interested, so, well, we'll see. So, but at the same time, two people prayed to accept Christ during this time. One was a Chinese woman, actually, and another was a Japanese woman. So, but there have been some that have really kind of accepted Christ. You know, like in one day they had like 60 people accept Christ. Yeah, right. So, you know, just because they pray the sinner's prayer, again, the use of the sinner's prayer, just not so sure about. But as long as they confess it with their lips, that Christ is Lord of their lives, then it's something else. So, but this Chinese woman though, she seemed pretty sincere, because she was already telling her, you know, saying what she had done, that, you know, that she had accepted Christ, and she was telling it to different people, and which is good, because, you know, it gets them to get in the habit of sharing their faith, which is really awesome. But he warned against them sharing their faith with their relatives, lest they may be thrown out. But I think in some ways that's just very good, but it's just might be, there's just a lot of warning that goes along with that. So and kind of some build up as well. They might not be so willing to do that in the first place. So then afterwards we went out and got some Indian food, which that was cool. Sometime during this, Buddy tried to bring me to a 100-end shop to find me a bag, but we couldn't find one in where we were, so that's why I'm going tomorrow. And so yeah, then we had that, and then I jumped on a train and came back here. And so it's been a long day, very tired, and so yeah. Well, honey, I love you so very much, and I look forward to seeing your beautiful, gorgeous face when I return. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be able to Skype, but I'll try and keep you updated. I'll Facebook you some things, but I'll just have to figure that out tomorrow. Alright, well, I love you, and take care of everyone else who's watching this. Bye.